Hello, Senior Stoner fan. Just the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Puffco Peak Pro dab of the day. Hello, everybody. Today is Wednesday. Well, as always, we do things based on life, based on what's happening in life, and try to share with you things that can help you be better than me. If you enjoy today's video, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the like button, and please send me your comments. I reply to them all. Well, you look so good. You can't be as bad as you say. You look perfectly healthy. You think you have fatigue? Try working full time plus having 4 children. Then you know what chronic fatigue is. And by the way, I think you're spending too much time thinking about how you feel. You need to just get out more. If you really wanted to get well, you'd at least try that juice drink that I gave you last week. It won't hurt to try it. And by the way, the remarks go on and on and on, and our heart just aches when we hear them. But you might be surprised to hear that nearly 1 in 2 Americans has a chronic illness or physical condition that affects their daily life. That's right. By the way, 96% of the illnesses are invisible. This means that the people who suffer from chronic conditions in most cases show no outward signs of physical pain or disability, nor do they use an assistive device like a walker or wheelchair. But, the incredible pain each day can be disabling, even within the confines of your own home. So, if you have an invisible illness like I do, here are some things that can help you let go of some of the frustrations that you're feeling. What you got to do is you got to let go of expectations. You got to surrender it. It could be a lifelong process, but you've had high expectations all your life. And guess what? You're going to consistently be disappointed. Nobody's perfect, including us. So you've got to know not to misunderstand the difficulties that your friends are going through. Could be a divorce, could be a death in a family, loss of a job, a sick child. You see, illness is significant in our lives. Even when people care, they still have significant things going on in their own life. So, when people don't meet our expectations, we must remember it's rarely intentional. We must continue to try to find supportive people in our life. You need a circle or friendship of people who are not belittling you or suspicious about your illness. You don't need people that are beyond listening. You don't need people that comment on how you looked great last week when you went to the grocery store. That should be a relationship that you get rid of, frankly. If it's someone like a relative that who you still see occasionally, maybe distance yourself from a person like that. You see, illness can help us prioritize our friendships just like that. You see, that way we can spend our limited attentions with those that mean the most to us and those that give us the most of what we need. We want to try to find the joy in the blessings that we do have instead of dwelling or thinking about how badly we feel and ways to bring more life, more joy into our families and our life, even if it's just appreciating the small things. Try to explore what makes you happy and what you're doing when your natural adrenaline seems to be taking over some of that fatigue and you have extra energy. Kind of like where your passions are. Try to focus on bringing more of your life into things like that. Try not to let limitations stop us. For an example, maybe you love to garden. You know what? Maybe now you can just do a few potted plants. Maybe you could hire a teenager to help you. My point is, maybe you could start a gardening consulting business. Think beyond what you once did to try to find ways to replicate. Because guess what? You're going to find ways to love things in new ways. Use your talents and skills for things that you care about. Think about it. If you're no longer able to work because of illness, you may feel like your skills are going to waste. Maybe you've always wanted to write a book or be a consultant. Hey, maybe you've always wanted to do a lot of videos. Okay? Find a place to plug in maybe and do some volunteer work so you can continue to excel in the skills that bring you joy. You see, instead of focusing on what others aren't providing us with, guess what? We can follow our own dreams and give the gift to ourselves, even if it's a little bit at a time. And guess what? As I am doing right here, try to encourage someone else. Trust me, it feels good. I know how hard it is, and many of you do, to live with illness and to feel like nobody understands. Nobody. So it's important to take time to be vulnerable with someone else who's going through this. Whether you meet them through an online group, doesn't matter. A message board, doesn't matter. A local support group, doesn't matter. A volunteer situation, doesn't matter. Remember, we are the experts in dealing with invisible illness, aren't we? We might be able to make somebody else's journey a little bit easier. And guess what? I'm proof. You'll find your own journey to be even better and more enjoyable too. You see, none of us can change another person or make someone care. But we can give great advice and gentle advice and educate. You see, we must also continue to work on ourselves. We'll find that even when you want to change, it can be a challenge, requiring a lot of discipline and motivation in your life. But I think we owe it to ourselves to find some joy, despite our illnesses, and by focusing on how you can change your circumstances instead of trying to change other people. You'll be so much more personally rewarded. Wow. Think of all the horrible things. Whether it's fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, chronic pain, broken backs, it's all invisible. IBS, it's all invisible. You look fine. But you're not. This is the Real Senior Stoner. Today, talking about reality. That is right. It's reality. All right? Most people in America deal with pain, and most people in America that are in pain, you can't see it. And for eons, for generations, it's always been about the visualization of the illness. Well, you look fine. You don't need pain medicine. You're druggy. You're coming in to do a pill grab. Have any of you heard that before? So, guess what? It starts here, guys and gals. It starts with us. We have the opportunity. We have the ability. We ourselves. That's right. I got goose pimples because it's just like getting a tune-up for your car. We have the ability to make things a little bit better for ourselves. And guess how that starts, everybody? Making it a little bit better for others. This is the Real Senior Stoner. I hope you enjoyed today's video on how we can enhance our lives even though we have invisible illnesses. If you did, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the like button, and I respond to all my comments. Thanks for watching today. Hope you have a great Wednesday, and I hope you find ways to make your invisible illness something that is a tool to live with, not something that's going to hurt us. Cheers. And thanks for watching.